Ciao ragazzi, I'm Chef Roberta Pasta Evangelist, and today I'm going to show you how to make sun-dried tomatoes and burrata triangoli. Ragazzi, let's check the ingredient. For the filling, we're going to use, of course, sun-dried tomatoes. Then we have ricotta cheese, burrata, my favorite, some sea salt, parmesan, and pepper. And of course you need the egg dough. Please check the video on how to make the perfect egg dough. And for the sauce today, we have two simple ingredients, butter and sage. Let's prepare now the filling first. We're gonna take the ricotta. We're just going to mix a little bit to get it nice and creamy. Then I have already chopped the sun-dried tomatoes, and when I open the lid, I saw that this sun-dried tomatoes already comes with a lot of different flavor, like garlic and some spices. So it's amazing because we're going to include into the filling. We go straight with all the sun-dried tomatoes. You don't need any extra oil because already the sun-dried tomatoes were preserved in olive oil. And then I'm going to add Parmesan. Is very important because I'm going to add slowly, so it's going also to absorb a little bit of milk from the ricotta. And now we are going to add the burrata, which burrata contain also more milk. I will show you guys. That's the classic burrata mozzarella, and as soon you open, you can see that this is the gorgeous cream that gets into the ravioli. I have, of course, roughly chopped the burrata, and I'm going to add to the filling. Also with the burrata, I just want to make sure that all the milk is completely out. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to close each of your filled pasta. Of course, we need a little bit of salt and just a tiny little bit of pepper as well, just to give a little bit of the flavor, and a bit of salt, just a tiny little bit. Then I'm going to try, always guys, remember when you cook anything, you always have to try and see if you just need any extra, a little bit of extra salt or pepper or parmesan maybe. I'm gonna do it with a clean fork. Let me be nice. Yeah, we can add a tiny little bit of salt and a good amount of parmesan and continue to mix all together. As you can see, the sun-dried tomatoes start to color the ricotta as well, which is fantastic. So it's really nice when you're going to open your triangoli when it's cooked. Fantastic ragazzi, the filling is ready. You can, if you don't use it straight away, put it back in the fridge. Otherwise, you can leave it on your kitchen counter, and we can move to the pasta dough. So ragazzi, now we are going to prepare the dough. I'm going to use always a small batch. The other one, don't forget to put it back on paper or cloth. Then we are going to flatten a little bit these bits of dough. Probably I need a little bit of flour. And now we are going to start from number 0. My machine starts from number 0. It's the widest part of the machine. Be careful because many machines, they just start from number 1. It will be the widest part of your machine. And then we go up to number 6. But please don't skip the number. You need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have, guys, prepared the pasta sheet, and I'm going to now cut it in half just because it's a little bit too long. And what I need to create now, guys, it's I need to create that large, well, it depends how large you want the triangoli. I will do a medium large triangoli, and I need to now create a square. So it's going to be easy for me to then fill each one and then simply close it. Probably if I do a square like this, it's gonna be just be too big. So I'm going to carry this off, guys. So I make it also look really nice and pretty. Stay with me and I'm gonna show you. Never throw these away because we can simply put it all together and then stretch on the pasta machine all again. So I got now a pretty large triangolo. Then consider that we're going to use this tool to just shape all the corners so they get really nice and zigzag. I don't know how you say, but I'm going to show you. And yeah, you're going to then, if they are so large, you can then maybe think of having a portion between 6 and 7 each. So let's carry on, guys. So let me show you. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to show you a few. In the meantime, guys, I have already prepared the hot boiling water. That is, yeah, it needs a few more minutes. And then basically we are ready to also, I'm going to show you how easy it's going to be to make these pasta. So now, guys, that I have my 4 square, this is a little bit smaller, but it's fine. So I'm going to get my 2 spoons, which one is going to hold the sauce, sorry, the filling, and the other one is going to push in the middle. Now, you don't want to also a triangoli too filled, just in case it's going to be then open into the hot water. So let's be generous, but not too much, you know. Otherwise, you're gonna struggle just to close these pasta. This one was smaller, probably here we can get with just tiny little bit. And now let me show you, guys, because this is very, very easy. Now, if the dough gets a little bit too dry, you can add a little bit of water. And I always use water to seal my pasta. I don't use egg, as the dough already contains eggs. But now I can feel it already that it's sticky enough, so I'm pretty confident that these will stick perfectly all together. You're just going to, because we are making a very simple shape, but the only things that I want you to pay attention is to basically seal the triangolo perfectly. And use both of your hands. I'm gonna just push a little bit the filling and then press with with the index. I learned the name of these two in English not a long time ago. So guys, now with the cutter, we wanted to print these nice little things to our triangoli. And I believe, guys, it's very easy for you to understand that these mean triangle. Now, I done a pretty large triangle. I'm going to show you also a tiny little one, just in case you want to go for smaller. But this is the triangle, guys, and we carry on to closing. Ragazzi, how gorgeous is this triangolo? So I done a very large triangoli, and as I say, you know, probably 4 each it's enough because it's a pretty large shape. You can do it smaller, you're just going for a small square and you reduce the quantity of the filling. Now you can leave it rested on a wooden board. That's what I normally do with any pasta. By the time the water is getting ready, and then you can straight go and cook for a couple of minutes. So guys, now that the water is ready, we are going to add the salt, like always. Add the salt always when the water is boiling, never before, otherwise you will be in trouble of getting this water boil forever. We start to cook the triangoli. Takes about 2.5 minutes to get really nice and al dente. And at the same time, guys, because the sauce takes also 2 minutes, we are going to switch on and start to prepare the sage butter sauce. It's now on. So gentle, it's pretty hot. So we start with nice couple of tablespoons of butter. Now we got the fresh sage, which we simply going to add to the sauce. And so it gets really nice and crispy. Can you see the pasta already start to float it? So another minute and then the pasta will be ready. The butter needs to be nice and melted and the sage really get it cooked with the butter. But be careful of don't getting the butter too brown and too otherwise it start to change the taste and you're not gonna have the same experience on the sauce, yeah? So let's wait just another minute and then we can mix with the pasta. So guys, we take the pasta out, leave a little bit of water because we like to add just a tablespoon of water from the pasta that you have just cooked. As it contains all the starch, it will make it really nice and more creamy pasta. So we leave it to cook just for another extra minute. Be careful when you move the triangoli. They are very, very delicate. So if you mix all together, they can broken. So I'm just making sure that I just move into the pan. And now we are ready to plate. Oh, this day looks so nice. I have done a pretty large triangoli today, but I love it. And you can see that all the burrata, you can tell now that the triangle is more soft. It's because the burrata start to melt it, and this is just fantastic. So I'm going to, that's a good portion, I will say. You can of course go for more, but you know, it's more than enough. You see all the nice sauce on top. Let's add it all. Then we are going to finish with a little bit of Parmesan. Guys, I'm using my hand because I always wash my hand. And a little bit of black pepper. And triangoli, burrata, and sun-dried tomatoes are now ready. And guess what? Who's gonna enjoy these? Of course, me. Let me show you guys. It's so nice and creamy with all the burrata. Can't wait. Buonissimo. It's hot. That's really nice. And guys, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more recipe. Arrivederci ragazzi, buon appetito!